Right. I feel like I have a black eye. That's weird. Just waiting for people to join before I get started. He can watch that, just turn it down a little bit. Is it weird? My daughter's watching me like, what are you doing, Mom? Okay. So we got 12 people on. Once a couple more people join, then we'll start talking. I want to give you guys a little life update first. And then we'll go into this video that I've seen. I actually found it on Plunder's page. And it's the Donald Wells Facebook video with for the red truck creek and behind the 110 Ben Hill Road. Guys, I'm on live. I need you to be quiet. If you're gonna be in here, you have to be quiet. Okay. So yeah. Okay. All right, so a little life update. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and tell you guys what's been going on. Before I get started, hit that like button, please. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel. We got a lot of viewers who do not subscribe, so actually 95% of my viewers don't subscribe. So hit that subscribe button before we begin. Yeah, I would definitely not have made that video if I were him. It only made him look 10 times worse in my opinion, so I'm just saying, that's my opinion, you know, don't come for me. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what's been going on. Things have took a turn since I last did a live. I know the last time I did a live we were talking about my mom having COVID. I just had surgery. I had 3 operations in one. It was a optional, it was elective surgery. So I had a tummy tuck, lipo 360 and a BBL. And I'm still recovering from that. It's been rough because of everything that's been going on. You guys are not even going to believe this. It's crazy. But God is good, nevertheless. So let's go ahead and start talking about what happened. I'm not going to say it again. Let's not be disrespectful. I'm on a video. If you want to go play, y'all have bedrooms. There's 3 bedrooms in there. Go play. Love y'all. Go play. Thank you so much, Amy. Okay, so my mom was in the hospital with COVID, right? I told you guys that she had been rushed to the hospital because she went into respiratory failure at home. And she was scheduled to be vaccinated the day that she got sick. So she's rushed to the hospital and she gets admitted. They had to intubate her and they had to do chest compressions to get her heart started again. And once they intubated her, everything was fine. She was on the respirator, the ventilator for, I believe it was 2 days. And maybe it was 2 or 3 days she was on it, but she was at 50%. And she basically just ended up, she was doing good. She was on 50%, but she was, I guess that means you're breathing 50% on your own. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But one way or another, she ended up coming off of the ventilator and everything was doing good. But then she had a bruise on her stomach, okay? And the bruise on her stomach, they never really thought too much of it. They were just kind of like, well, you know, we'll keep an eye on it, whatever. They weren't too worried about it because her vitals were good. Hold on one second, guys, because I have to handle something. Hold on one second. Don't go nowhere. 1 second. Hit the like button if you haven't already done that. Okay, sorry. I had to get on my kids real quick. Oh, it's hard to sit down. Okay, so she came off the ventilator and everything was doing good. but she had the bruise on her stomach, and the nurses said that they weren't too concerned about it because her vitals were good. Everything else was looking good, so they weren't too concerned. Well, the doctor came in and looked at it, and he had a different opinion. He was like, no, we need to do a vascular study like now, because that's not normal. Her bruise was big and it was expanding. It was getting bigger. So he ended up ordering a vascular study for my mom. And when he did that, they determined that she had an aortic aneurysm that was leaking. And I don't know how. It was, to my knowledge, it was an aortic aneurysm. Regardless, it was caused from the intubation. When they intubated my mom, they had to do it so quickly, and they were rushing to save her life, that they caused a bleed. And it was a slow leak. That's why the bruise was there. Her vitals were normal, but it was getting bigger. Her hemoglobin was like 9 point something, so it's not like super low, but it was approaching a lower number. And they were getting concerned about it. So the doctor went in, he did the vascular study, he determined that she had an aortic aneurysm that was leaking. Well, here's the catch. My mom is a Jehovah's Witness, and she cannot, or did not want to receive blood if it was at her wish. So when she went into the surgery, she had me calling around to find out who all would what all she could substitute for blood if she needed it. And so I did that, and it was a couple of things. It was something called EPO that she could use that would be helpful, but the bad thing about that is that it takes 2 to 4 days or weeks or something to start working. And basically, it was a scary situation, right? So after that happened, she goes into surgery. She knew her chances of dying were there. And she's not allowed to say that she's going to take blood, right? So she's a Jehovah's Witness. She told us before she went in that it's not her wish to get blood. But my dad is the next to kin. So he's nothing. He believes in God, but he's not he doesn't study anything or anything like that. So they came out of surgery, and they said the surgery went fine. It was successful. Everything was okay. And her hemoglobin was like 5 point something. So if you guys remember, I just told you it was 9 point something before she went in. It was 5 point something before she came out. Over that night, she kept losing blood. When we called back the next morning, her hemoglobin was at 4 something. And by the time she got, by 12 o'clock that evening, they told us that her hemoglobin was actually, 3.9, so it was dropping. Her heart was starting to suffer damage as a result of that. And her heart just wasn't getting enough oxygen. So they were really concerned that if they did not do a transfusion, that she would not live. And the doctor's concerns were that this is something that we can fix. She gets a blood transfusion, she'll live, she'll be fine. And they were really pressing my family to do the blood transfusion. As I just told you guys, my dad is not a Jehovah's Witness. He's not anything. So when she was kind of out of it, the doctors asked her again, do you want a blood transfusion? Or, not when she was out of it. It wasn't intentional, but they had to keep asking her, are you sure you don't want this? And she's like, sometimes she would say no, sometimes she would say yes, but she's intubated and she's not sedated, so they can't go off of a head shake because they don't know, even if she's even in her right state of mind. So the doctor got concerned because one time she said yes and one time she said no, and he called and he said, this is your call, you're the next of kin, what do you want to do? Do you want to give her a transfusion or not? And nevertheless, he did say yes. So my mom did get a transfusion. She got 2 blood transfusions. My mom's not allowed to take blood transfusions if it's up to her as a choice. But my dad was not going to let her go. So I know that, I felt 2 different ways about it. Of course, I don't want to lose my mom, but I wanted to respect her wishes. It wasn't up to me anyway. So my mom's here. She's doing better. They did repair her aneurysm. They also were able to they were just able to repair her aneurysm and stuff. And her blood count is now 8.5, so it's moving in the right direction. She was a little depressed for a couple days, but really, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, like I was too. It's all in my family. My grandmother, she was a witness for a long time before she passed. And then my mother is studying to be a Jehovah's Witness, but she's not baptized. So it wasn't that, you know, I know a lot of witnesses believe that if you are a Jehovah's Witness that you can't, you know, if you've been baptized, you cannot get a blood transfusion. My mom is the type of person that she's real. So she sees it in the Bible. She's going to believe. Yes, that's right, Amy. Thank you so much for that. That means a whole lot to me. It really does. But my mom is the type of person that if she reads it in the Bible, she don't care if she's been baptized or not. She's going to try to follow the rules, you know. So, and that's with everything in life. She's a very honest person. And she was ready to let her life go. She was ready to just die. And I was terrified. I thought I was going to lose my mom. But she is still here, and everything's looking good. So y'all keep praying your prayers if you believe in God, because I definitely do. And yeah, so let me read some of these comments really quick. Hold on one second. Okay. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you, Tanya. And Clary Fairchild, thank you for comment. Yeah, so, all right, so let's go ahead and talk about, do you want to get on here? Yeah. You want to say hi? Come over here and say hi. This is my husband, you guys. Hold on. Hold on a second. This is him.
Hey.
Hey, he's so awkward. He's going to be starting a channel soon, so if you guys know anybody who likes fishing, I'll let you know when he does, and y'all can go subscribe to his channel. All right, so I'm going to watch this video. I've already watched it, but I'm going to go ahead and watch it again. Amy said hi. I'm going to watch it again with you guys on here with me. I'm going to make a video about this tummy tuck that I've had. You guys, it's been crazy. This is really painful. I did not think that. I don't know if it's the tummy tuck that's painful or the lipo. Something is painful. All right. That's besides the point. We're going to go ahead and play it, and I'm just going to tell you guys what I find a little bit off about it as we go.
Okay, Chris. Sorry,
I know y'all can't see it with me. I don't know how to put it in here. I'm going to figure that out, but bear with me.
Go. The old generator.
He says the old generator. Now, okay, I wanted to point that out. So, I want to say it was Geneva, maybe Geneva's page, and I don't have her exact name. I'm going to make a video later, and you guys will see it, because I took some of her, like, she did a video, and I, like, kind of used her picture up there. Not her picture, but the picture that she did. It's got the, I don't have Facebook, so it's got, like, the Facebook post from Donald Wells, and she has her name on there. So if y'all don't know who Geneva is, go look her up. She's great. I watch her all the time. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get her name so y'all can look at the video. Hold on. Plunder too. I like Plunder. Plunder's great. I watched her channel as well. So if y'all don't watch her already, go watch her. She's got a lot of good information. So I can't look at her name right now because it'll click out of my video. Oh, here it is. It's Jameva, not Geneva. Jameva, Jimeva Crime Time. I really like her channel. I really, really like her channel. So if y'all don't watch her already, go watch her channel and Plunder, because they're both great. All right, so she had pointed out the generator, and she said that the scent ended at the generator. Josiah Cole, please cut that down. Mommy can't. I'm trying to do a live, baby. I have 3 kids, guys, so bear with me, okay? Okay, I'll get you something to eat in just a second. So they said that the dogs picked up the scent all the way until they got to the generator, the yellow generator. Well, Geneva's point was that, you know, the generator, I think it was her, Geneva, was that, you know, the generator is still in the yard, like it's pretty far up there. But Dawn said that her scent ended at the end of their driveway. You want to make him some chicken nuggets really quick? Thank you, baby. So that was just a little bit weird, because it's like contradicting what he said. Like I said, first he said that the scent ended at the end of the driveway where the road is at, right? And he even showed us the trail. So if y'all haven't seen this video, go watch it. It's on Plunder's channel. I think it was, he recorded it for someone. I don't remember who it was. I've had a lot going on. But either way, the scent, he claimed the scent ended at the end of the driveway, but the scent, then he claimed again in another interview that the scent ended at the generator, the yellow generator. So let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay, so there it is. Okay, there's the generator right there. That's where he claimed it ended in one video, but then in another video, he claimed that it ended at the end of the actual driveway. So a lot of people found that to be weird.
Go. Little generator.
Okay, is there a second one? See, I didn't know that. So is there one at the end of the driveway, Jody, or is it in the yard somewhere? Where's the other generator at? Okay, so maybe there is. She had said that she thought that was a little bit weird, and I thought it was a little weird too, but if there's two, then I guess that makes sense. So let's see. The driveway. Okay. High royal blue. Okay. And now he's going down the trail. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Rosina. Thank you. Y'all hit that like button if you're on. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Yeah, her scent. So that's what I had thought, Jody, is that they said he had originally said that her scent did go through the woods and that it was at the dog trail. Because if y'all remember, when he had it was an interview with someone, he said that they didn't come up the driveway like they were driving. They actually came up the dog trail. And they said that that's where, or Donald said that that's where the scent picked up at, and it ended at that road. And mind you guys, as we're watching this video of them walking, or Donald walking us through the dog trail in the woods, remember that
Creek down there. See the road in the distance.
someone could stalk the house from the woods, Jody. I do agree that it is possible, because you could see the house from the woods. That is possible. But here's what we have to take into account when it comes to that. And this is where I'm a little bit confused. And I think this is why a lot of people have issues believing the story that they're given is 100% accurate. Is because even if someone is stalking from the woods, wouldn't they have to have known that she was going to be out there at that time in order to stalk the woods at that exact time? Or are they just sitting there camping out all day and night? Zah, please. Okay. I mean, because if they're just sitting there like camping in the woods all day and night, then I can understand how that could be possible. They have, Amy, and that's the problem too, is that the stories have changed so much. It's just like, what's the real story? And that's another thing too, Lisa, thank you for pointing that out, is that, you know, if they have as many dogs as a lot of people are saying they had, I think someone said they had 20, then someone said they had 8. So who knows how many dogs they actually have? I don't even know. Am I even right about either one of those numbers? Because I have no clue. Like I said, I've been off for a week trying to rest and get better and take care of my business at home, but 12, a different number. Okay, 12 is even more so than 8. So 12, you know, if they had 12 dogs, there's a lot of issues with why I'm having a hard time believing that. The first one is because, like you said, the dogs, they have 12 dogs. So while it is possible for somebody to stalk the woods, would it be, Josiah, turn that down, please. Would it be possible that the dogs, none of the 12 dogs would have barked while there was somebody in the woods just sitting there? Or if Summer was lured to the woods, you know? What do you guys think? What's your opinions in the comments right now? What is it? What do y'all think happened that day with Summer? Camper nearby. For 2 weeks, befriended dogs by feeding them. Okay, but even if you have a camper nearby to feeding dogs for 2 weeks, and that could be possible, but would all of the dogs not bark? It's just a coincidence that none of them would have even been barking or anything? And then what are the odds that Summer, being 5 years old, would have seen somebody in the woods that was luring her to the woods? And mind you, Candace and Don have said that Summer knew better than to do that. She knew better. She watched out for stuff like that. She was a very smart kid. Yeah, so, I mean, you have to wonder, even if, the dogs, there's a lot of dogs, so obviously that's one big concern, is that a lot of dogs and no dogs are barking when this happens. Remember, Candace and her mom are right there. They're not far away. It's not like they took a drive down the street. And that is possible, Shanice. I do agree with that. She said that she was abducted. Predators observe when a child is not being watched. Easy access. I believe the mom. That is very possible. If somebody's plotting on taking a kid, they're probably going to try to at least know what they're dealing with first. They're not just going to jump up and do it one day. I can agree with that. And maybe that's why Donald, thank you for the super chat, Lisa. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. But it just, I don't know, like, just trying to wrap my head around that. It just, I don't know. I feel this was calculated. Royal Blue said, I feel this was calculated by the parents. In my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, guys, I do not believe the parents. Jody said, me too. I seen a case where the guy stalked her for a month before. Yeah, I mean, there are times when that does happen. And then, let me see this other comment. Hold on. Kawa Bunny said, if I said that right, sorry if I didn't. I don't think Summer even made it home. It's a possibility, I mean, you have to wonder, because my biggest question is, like, why did her scent stop at the end of the driveway? Would it have been, because, Don had been talking about trafficking and things like that, and I just wonder if, something didn't happen where she was being pushed off to somebody else. I don't know. I can't figure this out. It's just so many different stories, and that's why everyone is so confused about it. In my opinion, the candy has something to do with it. Why would they keep saying Grandma gave her candy? She did say that a couple times, and it was a little suspicious. Sure, those dogs seem to bark all the time, but if Summer knew the dog would bark like while being protective. Exactly. And that's another thing, is like, I don't know about you guys, but do y'all have dogs? Because I've had dogs, and I'm telling you, I had 2 boxers when I was coming up, and when I was little, and they would bark at everybody. If you come to the front door and they see a shadow, they're going to go off, and they will bark, and it was so annoying, but they're very protective, especially over children. I feel that with Grandma leaving abruptly, things seem shady. Yeah, and that's another thing. Where did she even go? Like, see, that's how in the dark I am right now, because I don't even know where Grandma even went. And I had wondered about that, because I'd heard that she left. What about, Michelle said, what about when Hunter said, oh, I play with her all the time, but not in a creepy way, why would he say that? Yeah, I found that very sketchy too, I'm not gonna lie. I did. I thought that was very weird. Lisa said, I think Candace did it, and Don and Candy helped cover her up. You know what? I don't know. Let's start this video back up. I get sidetracked easy, so bear with me. Y'all keep on comment. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. What do y'all think is what do y'all think happened? She's getting healthcare stuff done, and she normally moves back. Okay, Jody. She's getting some healthcare stuff done, she said. That, you know what? Let me comment on that before we resume this video. Scarlett said, I think Don became enraged when he found out that H being with Summer and Candace and Summer, sorry, this light is bright, at the swimming hole, and something terrible occurred. Let me say something about that really quick. I did find the interview between Hunter and, I said Hunter, sorry, H. I think we all know his name by now. They put it out there enough. But H and, was it the interview room? Yeah, I found that a little bit suspicious. The one thing that one of the things that I found very weird was that H was questioning Candace about who she was talking to on the phone, and then asking, like, what does he want? If that's her husband, why is a minor, a 15-year-old, asking what he wants? Like, that just seems a little overboard to me. Do y'all not think that was weird? Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, Grandma's doc is up there. My gut tells me Summer died in D. Never know. I hope not. No, I'm gonna get crucified for this, but I think... I know why you're saying that, Kevin. I think that you're saying that because, hold on. Well, maybe it was it Candace or Dawn that said, it smothers me? Is that why you're saying that? Because that really just gave me chills. Like, when she said, it smothers me, it's something about that statement when Candace was doing an interview that was like, whoa, like, I don't know, like, just the way she said it. Hi, Allie. All right, I'm gonna keep watching this video really quick. Yeah, Tracy, it was Candace, now that I remembered it. And see, these woods are very wooded. Like, they have trees everywhere. There's no, like, straight, narrow path. Like, there's no... He's actually having to move branches to get through the woods to get down to the road. So, at what point is the path still there? Because I don't see the path anymore. It looks like it's just a bunch of trees. The path ended, in my opinion. Okay, I see it. I see it now. I see it more, but it's still a little bit... It's more like trees are everywhere. Hi, John. Good afternoon, everybody. Grandma is in Wisconsin spending all the money they... Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna laugh at that, but that is terrible. That is terrible. I really hope they did not sell Summer. That is horrible. But honestly, like, you never know. People these days are crazy and they do crazy stuff, so. Was on them too. Yeah, y'all know that, I mean, y'all probably already know because most of you here have already done some research at some point. But CPS, Candace does not like CPS. I mean, that's proven. She's, that's one of the things that her and her sister Rose Bly fell out about, because she didn't like the fact that, hey Tracy, she didn't like the fact that her sister called CPS on her, and it pissed her off. So, you know, pissed her off enough for her to maybe, possibly, potentially, and this is just me speculating, do something to her. And only reason I say that is because how do you have two people that are that close to you go missing? I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a big coincidence, but how many times does that happen? Don is acting just like his religion. What about sexual abuse? It was her first year of school. That is a really big possibility. There was claims that Don allegedly has been sexually abusive towards people before. So, you know, you have to wonder stuff like that. They will be caught. They aren't that smart. They didn't think it would be this big. Why were they going through the woods if they did it themselves? Why bother going through the woods if they did it themselves? Well, if they did it themselves, that's a question. Why bother going through the woods if they did it themselves? But then you have to wonder too, how does he know the exact route that this kidnapper took? I mean, I know that they picked up the scent all the way down through the woods. So that could be your argument with that, is that the dogs picked the scent up down leading to the road, but he knew the exact path. Did he know that? Was he right there when the dogs picked up the scent? Did he get to walk with them and see exactly where? I don't know. It's just, let's finish watching this because I'm getting sidetracked.
I'm saying, I don't know though.
I figured that's why you were saying that, Kevin, because I was thinking that when you said that, that statement just popped out to me, and that's really bothered me since the first day.
So that quick, right to the road, there's our mailbox. And this is where the search dogs trail ended. That's where the trail goes up through there.
Yeah, Candace did say that. Voices behind the wall. I remember that.
That's about it.
Justice for Summer. That's right, Royal Blue. Let's put it in the chat. Justice for Summer Wells. Hashtag. Yeah.
And then, of course, somebody
See,
said
said
they
that
spotted a
also.
truck parked here somewhere. We don't know. I didn't see
So
it.
they're saying that the truck was parked there somewhere.
Insulin injections.
That's what they're saying. That's what Don just said, is that they had spotted the red truck that they were looking for as a witness, right? They said the red truck was parked at the bottom of the road. So I guess that's why a lot of people are speculating that possibly they sold Summer, and I'm not saying that they did, okay? But I know that a lot of people are speculating that something of that nature may have happened, because in the beginning, since really close to the beginning, Don was talking about how he thought this might be something to do with trafficking. And when you're talking about trafficking, are we really going to refer trafficking to a 5-year-old girl? I mean, honestly, like, that's very weird. I could understand if she was like 15 or 20 or something along those lines, and you're thinking logic, like, okay, well, maybe they seen her on social media, maybe she's a part of trafficking, whatever. But I don't know. Like, hi, Christopher. Yes, guys, I love it. Justice for Summer Wells. I love that. That's what we need. We need justice for this little girl. She deserves it. This is not fair. This is not fair at all. There's many red flags. It's mathematically impossible for an abduction. And that's the thing, is like, Don is so stuck to his guns. He's like, this is an abduction. This is an abduction. But yet, there's no evidence to support that. And where did we even, you know, it just doesn't make sense. Hi, Tony. Thank you. You know, it's just, there's no evidence to support that. And after all the investigation that has took place, they're still saying that there is no evidence to support that. Was the best fly fisherman. I could have watched him. Aw, Rebecca, that's so sweet. Dad was supposed to have drove the car that day. How was that possible when you see the car in the photo of Summer when she's in the truck? Right? Sugar Shack? Yeah. Right? That's a good question, right? So Don is repeating what he has heard from other missing children cases. Grace, you could be right. You could be right, because people are not stupid, you know? I mean, you got so many shows and stuff out here now. I watch it all the time. Let me tell you something. Before I decided to start YouTube and doing this, that's all I did was watch crime shows, 48 Hours. I watch ID Discovery like it's nobody's business. Stephanie Harlow is my favorite YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, that is all I do was watch Stephanie Harlow and what's the other girl's name? I forget. But my point is that people are educated on this kind of stuff, and he's not a little kid. He knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. He's also been in trouble before with the law, so he knows how to cover his butt. I did see where in March they had recovered 150 or so children in Tennessee that may have given him ideas. Tracy, that is a good point, you know? That is a really good point. Maybe he's seen that and that was his cover-up, his cop-out. Who knows? If Don told me it was raining, I would go outside. Right? I mean, Dell, at this point, everything that they've said has been not so great. It's not so trustworthy. CPS was scheduled June 15th to come to the Wells family home the day Summer went missing. Really? If CPS was taken was to take Summer, they would have done something. I didn't know that. Has this Dusty Blue, CPS was scheduled June 15th to come to the house? Is that true? Is that true, guys? Do we know if that's true? Because that's crazy. Like, that makes it even more of a red flag. It creeps when he calls that baby a young lady. Right, yeah, that's really weird. Lisa, does anyone know anything about alleged child's body found in... Okay, Tony, I did hear something about that. If y'all don't know who Don is, he's a YouTuber. His name is Don Buchanan. He's great. I follow him as well. He actually called the police department, if we're talking about the same incident, and verified that that was not true. So someone was running around saying that they had found a child's body, and apparently that wasn't true. If it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that turned out to be the truth. Hi, Johnny. Johnny R. Kramer. Thank you. Yes. I hope they find her too. The satellite photos might help find out if there's a red truck parked there. They might be hiding from... Right? Small body found in Bakersfield this AM. Praying it's not. Oh, no. Waiting for update, Royal Blue. Okay, thank you. Yeah, if y'all get any update before we get off of this live, please put it in the chat. I really hope it's none of them. I hope it's not Orson. I hope it's none of them. This is terrible, guys. Like, what in the world is going on? All these children being abducted and killed. It's disgusting. No update on that information. Yes, CPS was supposed to get the kids the day Summer went missing. Wow. Wow. Well, that right there is a huge red flag. Yes. Dusty Blue, thank you for putting that out there. I didn't even know that. So that just makes it even more suspicious. Like, this is the second time something has happened to somebody involving CPS. Remember the sister to Candace Bly? Her name was Rose Bly, and she actually went missing and never was found. And Don has mentioned that a couple times himself. And now Summer, the same day that they're supposed to come to the house. Wow. That's crazy. It was a man trying to save children in distress. And it looked like a baby body. Oh my gosh. I really hope it wasn't. That's terrible. CPS don't make appointments for visits. They just pop up. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I've never had CPS involved, but I wouldn't think that they would call and say, hey, we're coming by. But if they do that and then something happened to Summer, that's very strange. And that's another reason why we all don't believe what they're telling us. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, is if there's any like proof of that, because if there is, then that's just crazy. Was walking distance. Really? So yeah, Lisa said that Rose's car was walking distance from Candy's house. I'm just saying, guys, you know, 2 different incidents, CPS involved, and we do know this. She's had CPS called on her before, and we also have other people who have testified that Candace has had multiple run-ins with CPS. So oh man, a gentleman jumped in to save the 2 children who were drowning and he died. That's terrible, Amy. Addicts are incredible liars. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I thought she was in another state when Rose went missing. You know what, Kat? I don't know where she was at when Rose went missing, but it's just a big coincidence. I know that they had looked into the husband really good of Rose, and they said that they cleared him. I think he did a polygraph, and they cleared his name. I know, Jody, I do too. I just really want her to be found, and, you know, I mean, I have hope and faith that she's still alive. I I pray that she's still alive. But if she's not, then she deserves a proper burial, and she deserves justice, and she deserves respect, and she also deserves her name to just be heard, because CPS does not do what they're supposed to do a lot of the time. Let's look at all the cases. We got Amani Moss, Anaya Day. Come on, like, how many more kids are going to have to die before CPS will step it up? I'm just saying, like, this is crazy. There shouldn't have been any deaths, you know? People and watch. Yeah, and a lot of people will stalk children before they kidnap them, especially if it's like a neighbor that lives nearby. But to my knowledge, they have already looked into the neighbors, and they're saying that a lot of the neighbors were cleared. So I don't really know about that. CPS always do the opposite of what they should. I agree, Kat, and it's disgusting. Gabriel Fernandez, yep. I'm telling you guys, like, it's crazy. It should never happen. I sat down and watched the trial of Amani Moss. That is the most gruesome, horrific story I've ever heard in my life. If y'all haven't already looked at that, and it was a couple years back, but you need to go check that video out, man. That was really tough to watch. Like, that was horrible. Oh my gosh, Jackie. My daughter was murdered almost 4 years ago. I helped other families in my area that have lost child since mine. I have never seen any parent act like the Wells regardless. I'm so sorry, Jackie. That's terrible. I'm so sorry for your loss. And it is really great and commendable of you for helping people in your area. That's amazing. You know, that's great that you're doing that. Wow. It doesn't look great for Dawn. It doesn't look great for any of them, if you ask me. Now, I don't know. It's like Candace is a hard to read person. Mindy Parker, I hate to think that this is a big ring of people or even drug ring stuff, but the sick world we live in, it might be. And that's what I was kind of saying earlier, is that I really hope it's not the case. But if Dawn knows exactly where her scent ended, exactly how she got through the woods and where they took her to, and from the beginning he's been saying abduction before the dogs even got there, right? So isn't that a little bit strange? Like, okay, now he has a little bit of evidence to support the theory of abduction, but these are really good investigators and search teams who have been on many different cases, and I feel like they would know if there were things leading to, like, if there were evidence that were leading to her being abducted. So Dawn, are you telling me Dawn knows more than the police? Because I don't know. So let me see here. Hold on one second. Let me pull that video up. They recovered Rose's car just right down the road from where Mom. Wow. Amy, that's crazy. Hey, y'all from Tennessee. Hi, Allie. I am new here. And just hello. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, everybody. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button while you're on here. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Then y'all just making up tales about Rose. Some of the neighbors are allegedly sex offenders. Yeah, and they need to be looking at every neighbor around, because that is a possibility. And we don't want to overlook anybody, because this is a little girl that's missing. And I hope that they are taking into consideration that, you know, they need to be searching everybody's house. Because, like they said, everybody's a suspect, including Dawn and Candy. So for those of you who think that Candy and Dawn is innocent, we don't know that yet. We don't know that they're not, but we don't know that they are. So, I mean, if the TBI said that everyone is a suspect. And when they say that, that means parents included. That's what bothers me the most, Kat, is that she said no one person in that family bothered to look for that child. And that's what really bothered me from the beginning. It's like, Dawn said when he got there that, you know, he's seen everybody looking, and he just knew that Summer wouldn't be found. How did you know Summer wouldn't be found? Come on, like, she just went missing. She just went missing. My kids, Josiah, get down before you fall, please. Please don't fall. He's my 3-year-old just tried to jump off the couch. Get down, baby, okay? My kids hide from me sometimes, and like when I come in, I will yell for them. Like if they're in the living room playing. I check on my kids constantly, but if I yell for one of my kids, especially my 3-year-old, he will take off and go hide. So in my mind, I'm never thinking that my kid is abducted if I can't find them. I'm thinking they probably found a really good hiding spot. And 90% of the time, he has. Let's see. Amy said, in the very beginning, I thought Candace and Grandma covered up Summer's disappearance because she was being SA. No way she was abducted. I don't think she was abducted either. I really don't. You know what? In my opinion, and thank you so much, Hello Kitty. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hi, Vicky. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, my personal opinion, I don't know that Summer even made it home that day. I hope I'm wrong, but I really don't think she did. I think that was all a cover-up. That's my opinion, and it's just with everything that was said. With everything that was said and everything that has happened, all of the stories that don't add up, it don't sound like she even made it home that day. It sounds like that was a good story for them to just throw together real quick to find an alibi or an excuse. They tried to make up some kind of excuse for why she's not around anymore. And they had to do that because she's getting ready to start school. So, I mean, they can't not let her start school. The school systems will be on their butt. Dog pick up a trail. Mommy. Hold on, baby. Stay back there. Yeah, so, I mean, that's just in my opinion. Thank you so much, Hello Kitty. Yes, I think possibly a planned abduction and taken to Wisconsin, and we'll meet up with Grandma as another idea. Yeah, I mean, you never know. And a lot of people were saying that they thought that the church family, or that the church was involved in the abduction. What's your guys' opinion on that? I don't really think that they were involved in the abduction. I think that was a little bit over. That's just my opinion. I mean, I just didn't see many reasons to think that. I did find it a little bit weird how, like, Robin really loved that little girl. She loved her. You could tell that she gave her a lot of attention. And you know, it was like when Summer would go to church, she would just cling to her. Robin was going to try to save Summer. I do too. I really do. I feel like Robin's intentions were to definitely try to save Summer. You could tell she loved that child. And it was like, you know, when your kid is clinging to another adult more than they're clinging to you, that says a lot. It really does. I don't think Summer gave her a choice. Yeah, she really didn't, Tony. But you know what? Robin accepted all of it. Chris Ray said, yes, I believe that she was most likely dead in the truck, if not. And you know, there's been a lot of people who agree with that, Chris. A lot of people have said that they think that Summer did not look like she was alive, and I can understand why they said that. I'm no expert, but I can say that just by the way that it looked, it didn't look good because she was like kind of slumped over, like her arm had fallen over, and you got to think milk jugs are cold. Milk jugs are really cold, so. You know, and maybe the milk was warmer at that point, but if they had just left the store and she was laying right up against the milk jugs, would her little body been able to tolerate that coldness? Because I know that most of the time, like, if you're laying on something that's really cold, wouldn't you want to kind of gravitate away from that? You know, it's just a natural instinct. Like, you feel something really cold and you move away from it. Yep, pray for some. Yes, prayers for Summer, Royal Blue. And she may not have been dead, but it does make me question, you know. It was hot. You're right. It was hot. Miss Parker, there is a new video out today. Hold on Mark Twain channel of a little girl that fits Summer's description from church 4 days after she came up missing. Really? I'd like to see that video. I think I'm gonna go look at that video when I get off of here. I do too. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else could be involved. You know, it's a lot of people that could be involved, especially if, like a lot of people have suggested, like if Don was really involved in some kind of drug ring or something like that, or they had some kind of deal going there, then there's the possibilities are endless of what could have happened to her. And I found it weird because, like I said earlier, you know, Don's always said from the beginning that it could have been trafficking or somebody could have found her on Facebook. Like, the only way she would have been found on Facebook is if she was found on their page, because she doesn't have a Facebook of her own. So, I don't know. I just found that to be odd, I guess. I don't believe Summer made it home at all after dropping off H. You know, Cheesy 63 Mary, you might be right. I've kind of speculated the same thing in my opinion. We don't really know. Candace changed her clothes because Summer was cold, but then placed to right. Yeah, like, I mean, and I understand being cold after you leave swimming, because trust me, like when I used to go swimming when I was a little girl, it would be, even if it's 90 degrees outside, you're kind of cold when you get in the car, if the car air is on or something like that. But like she said just now, why would she be laying up against the milk jugs if that was the case? Back up, baby.
I can't swim.
You can't swim? Okay. No, not yet, but we're going to get you into some swimming classes. That's my 3-year-old. Let's see. Parents of missing Tennessee 5 girls was attending juvenile court this week after their 3 sons were placed in the custody. And that's another thing. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, I don't think Candy and Don were involved, but why would they have taken the kids from the home? I'm not saying they are, but you know what? It's not looking great. They took the kids because they were concerned about something. I gotta stand up for a minute. I can't sit for too long because I've just had this surgery.
Where'd my tablet go? It was just
Yeah. And even if she was still alive in the car, it's possible that something could have happened to her that kind of had her out of it. She contradicts herself about if she was cold or was high. Why all the little lies, if not a cover-up? Right, because nobody has to lie unless you're, you know, if you lie, you're guilty of something. You're not just going to lie for no reason. Yeah, that too. Mystic said, yes, and he is a mortician, and he was called there the night of her disappearance. He definitely has the creep factor to me as well. Yeah, like, why would a mortician be called there? A lot of people said that wasn't a red flag for them, but I feel like that was very weird. Yes, they are. They really are. And I am going to, I'm going to get off here and end this live in a minute. I'm getting kind of uncomfortable sitting here, but I am going to be doing another live. We'll probably do one maybe tomorrow. What time would work better for you guys? When does everybody have free time? Put your times in the comments so we can do this again tomorrow. Okay, bouncing chat to chat. Pray for Summer Wells. Yes, everybody make sure you say a prayer tonight. 4 p.m. Is 4 p.m. good for everybody tomorrow? I have plenty of time. So 4 p.m. tomorrow. Does everybody want to try to come back at 4 p.m. tomorrow? We'll do another live. I'm going to go update myself and watch some more videos and get some more information. 3, 4. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so we'll plan on being about 4 o'clock. We'll do 3:30 tomorrow. How about that? We'll do about 3:30 tomorrow. Yes, hit that notifications bell. Hit the post notifications bell. Thank you, Royal Blue. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. All right. Pray for Summer tonight, you guys. And I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye, guys.